James Holder, Rifle TV, in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. Quite fortunate enough to be joined by Ricky BOYLAN. Just made weight, looking about a stone heavier already. How you feeling?
And the rest? Nah.
How you feeling?
I've been good. Yeah, I feel good. Just looking forward to it, James. Feels like I haven't boxed in years, but it's been 7 months. Just looking forward to getting back in there and getting rid of the ring rust.
Yeah, I suppose in that 7 months you've had a lot sort of to think about, a lot of demons in your own sort of mind, if you like, where you went right, where went things wrong in the last couple of fights.
Yeah, definitely. I know what I've done. I know to an extent. I know what I was doing wrong, and so I've been working on things in the gym, and just hopefully, I can go out there tomorrow and put on a good performance. I got a tough opponent, Lucas Janik. No disrespect to him, he's not the most skillful in the world, but he'd be there the whole night, and I just got to stick to my boxing, stay smart, and use my jab.
Mm-hmm. Real sort of confidence boost fight this as well, as much as anything, to get yourself back in the ring and show what you can do and where you intend to push on this year.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to be busy from now. As I said, fingers crossed, all goes to plan tomorrow and I get the win, and then hopefully I can fight again in, say, May and then July. I want to stay as busy as I can this year.
Real sort of important period for yourself as well. We've seen the sort of the transition, if you like, where you've gone to Manchester, trained, obviously made good bonds and good relationships in Manchester with Jamie Moore and Trav and the rest of the team. What's going on with this fight? Are they going to be sort of doing your corner? How does it sort of work?
Listen, Jamie and Nigel, I just got off the phone to Nigel about an hour ago. They're brilliant, both of them. Their families, everyone. I feel like they are my northern family up there. They're brilliant to me, and it's nothing to do with them. It's hard financially, staying up there and away from the kids. And I think mentally, maybe that may be why I'm not performing in the ring. Being away from my kids, say 10 weeks at a time. I'm a very, as I've said before to you, I think, James, I love my kids to bits, and I love to be around them. So, hopefully, being back at home and that, and training's gone well. So, hopefully, as I say, being back down there with my family and people around me that I love, and it will show off in the ring that and I can start performing to my full ability.
Who will be doing your corner tomorrow, mate?
I'm back with Alan and Eddie Lamb at iBOX Gym, who I was with before I went to Manchester. So yeah, they're back tomorrow.
Also, interesting enough, it's your first fight on a Hennessy Promotions card as well, making that transition from being a sort of Matchroom regular, if you like, on the shows. Still.
I don't think they're too happy when they see me. No.
Better should not let the Hennessy see.
To be honest, I didn't even notice until I put it on this morning. I see it and I was like, oh. No, listen. As I said, my contract's run out with Matchroom, so I just want to stay as busy as I can. And this opportunity came up 3 weeks ago, and I grabbed it with both hands. I've been ticking over in the gym since the new year, so it just made sense to get myself out there and get some rounds under the belt.
Do you feel you've got a point to prove it coming back? I know you've had that 7 month layoff, but do you feel you've got like sort of bee in your bonnet, if you like?
I have, James, but to myself. I think sometimes I put too much pressure on myself, and more so than anyone else, and I don't mean this selfishly, but I just want to prove to myself that I'm better than I've performed in the ring, So yeah, hopefully starting tomorrow I can, put on some good performances and get myself back up to where I was,
Saw Bradley Skeet, British champion, at the weigh-in today, showing his support. Do you draw inspiration from your friend Brad, sort of his journey? Because he came back from quite a tough defeat to take at a British level against Frankie Gavin, to then capture the British title against Sam Egerton. Yeah,
definitely. I've grown up with Bradley last 10, 15 years or whatever, since we was at Earlsfield as amateurs together. So, Brad's a great friend of mine, and I knew he'd win that British title that night, and I was so proud of him, mate. And as you said, he come back from that defeat against Frankie Gavin, which it was a very close fight, and lots of people believe Bradley won, and I'm one of them. And whether that's because he's my friend and I'm biased, I don't know. But as I say, I think he's done enough, and yeah, as you just said then, he's shown that he can turn it around, and get back on top.
Real important night for you tomorrow, as I said. Chance for you to get back in action, and hopefully a couple of fights down the line, get yourself back in contention for some sort of title and some sort of big nights.
Yeah, definitely. So I just want to have a couple of 6-rounders or something. Work on a few things that I've been working on in the gym, and hopefully you can see some improvements and things that I've been neglecting before. But yeah, hopefully get back in the title mix soon.
You'll be live on Spike TV tomorrow, full undercard on there, so hopefully pulling in some good viewers there, Spike.
We'll see.
We will see. We will see. How's your tickets gone for this? Good crowd coming down.
I've got a few over 100, but yeah, not as many as normal. But with a short notice, it was only 3 weeks away, and obviously it being Easter weekend, obviously everyone had already booked to go away and things like that. So yeah, I'm very grateful for the support that I've still got, and yeah, hopefully it's a good night for everyone.
Did you notice certain sort of people and hangers-on dropping off after you sort of suffered a few defeats from?
Not necessarily, because the last fight, it was a big local derby, but that was the most tickets I think I've ever sold, and that was off. I was coming after 2 defeats after that. So before that, sorry. So no, not necessarily. But for this one, yes, there's a lot less people coming, but at the same time, it was 3 weeks notice and the Easter weekend. A lot of people have already planned things and with their families away. So yeah, no, I'm grateful for everyone that's coming up.
Listen, I know you are, and I know you've always got fantastic support, so I look forward to seeing you back in action tomorrow. All the best with it, mate, and thank you for giving me some of your time today.
Thank you.